I am tempted to ask the question, is this the end of General Sibiya's career? And the Minister of Police, currently suspended, Mr. Sibiya Mchunu. Why am I asking this? I'm asking this because as you listen to the Matlala Commission today, you get a sense that General Sibiya was a friend to Matlala. Not just friend. It's the money that was exchanged between them. The Impala and so forth. That creates a bit of a conundrum. And I'm going to have to take you back to the video from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi when he said there can never be peace between criminals and police. Such words have a deeper meaning now than then. Because Matlala, based on witness C, Matlala, he even said that General Sibiya is a corrupt person. He calls him a criminal. In other words, obviously you can't be a criminal without being corrupt. So, yeah. So he referred to him as a criminal. And he tells you that he used to transport, hey guys, 500,000 rand in a bag. And we are told that General Sibiya did not prefer monies to be transferred via banks, so he cannot be traced. Yay. As if that was not enough, I thought to myself, let me bring this aspect. The aspect where we deal with that piece by piece. Piece by piece. But we need to start here. Matlala says that, when they gathered together, they basically, when they arrested Matlala, Matlala then said, guys, let me talk. About 6 hours when Matlala was talking. And we listened to him and we can tell that's Matlala. Part of the things that Matlala said when he was talking to these members of the PKTT is that he was advised by the Minister of Police, Mr. Sibiya Mchunu, and others to say, go and open a case against these police officers. Imagine, just imagine. Everything starts from here. Before I play you that video, it starts from when General Mkhwanazi had something interesting. In fact, let's start with the senior police officers where they were advising Matlala here.
After our raid at Mr. Matala, he was advised by the senior members of the SAPS to open a false case against the members in order to stop the members from conducting their duties. And I believe that this is very wrong and this is very disturbing. We are on the very low level ranks of the SAPS. And if there are those who are in the highest line of the rank structure of the SAPS,
is this not repetitive?
So when you look at the relationship that transpired between the likes of Shadrach Sibiya, the likes of the likes of the Minister of Police, and so forth, look, based on the picture that has been created today by Witness C, you get an idea, and I want to say this again, you get an idea that these were players. The purpose of the deputy commissioner was to make sure that when there is an investigation, he must make a call to divert that investigation from pursuing Matlala. The minister as well was to do that, but the minister he also had this thing that he needed to run for the presidential campaign, which then gives you perspective that in the future, this would have been a very formidable force, right? If minister had become a president, it would have assured this guy, Matlala, of a success. A success in the sense that he never would have been prosecuted, ever. That is what you are getting as you listen to them. But I don't want you to take my word, because I want you to listen to the witness saying that Matala was frustrated that all of these things are not happening. The PKTT is closing up on me whilst you guys are there, but you guys are demanding monies from me. It tells you that Matlala was literally frustrated and he was very angry at all of them, that you guys are not playing your part. You guys are not playing your role. Your role is to make sure that I'm not arrested. Your role is to make sure that I'm not investigated. Your role is to push police as far away from me as possible. That is what you should be doing. That is what you get. That is what you get from Matlala. He was literally frustrated that none of you guys, none of you Sibiya, none of you Mchunu, none of you is playing your role. I'm left frustrated. But every now and again, I must keep donating. And it gives you perspective. When he refers to Sibiya, he refers to him as a pit bull. Then you ask yourself, okay, as if that was not enough. I want you to watch this video. Here.
Mr. Matlala expressed a lot of frustrations against General Sibiya, to say that after the raid at December 6, he was promised that the actions by the SAPS will be actually anything by the us to him will be diffused. So now when we went again to his workplace, company offices on the 18th of December 2024 and the 19th of December 2024, then he became more frustrated, to say that despite the fact that Lieutenant General Sibiya is the Deputy National Commissioner and he has promised him that the police won't be coming again to his either his house and or his business addresses. The team also still proceeded to his premises and conducted the compliance inspection, whereby his company firearms were also seized. And now General Sibiya on the other side had failed to stop that or to assist him in that manner, in that fashion. So yes, he indicated that he was very frustrated, angry at him. And he indicated that, but now for his safety, because he indicated that we call General Sibiya the pit bull. So now he indicated that for his safety, and then he would just play along with him, because fearing that should he made it known that he is no longer on his side or whatever, I do not know how to put it, then as he calls him pit bull, he knows that should General Sibiya find out that Matlala has changed sides, then it means that it will be the end of his life.
I'm wondering, and I'm asking myself a question. From here, we hear from Uket that he gave Sibiya about 20 impalas. This is just to say There was a relationship between them. Remember, he gave him about $500,000, and he did a lot of things. When General Sibiya's son was getting married, he contributed on that wedding alone. On the day of that wedding, he contributed with somewhere around 300,000, because he went and he withdrew 500,000. He kept 200,000 to himself, and then he was left with 300,000. But going back to the animal, you get a sense that, oh, General Sibiya has got a plot that has got animals. So they are living nice life, these people. They are living a very comfortable life. And I wish and I hope that whatever lifestyle they are living, it is in accordance with their salary. No wonder there was a call that there is a need for lifestyle audit from all of senior members of the South African Police Service. That call, if you remember vividly, was made by General Fanema Semula, that everybody needs to be audited, and we got to learn from then that the processes are in place to audit every senior official of the South African Police Service, because when you listen to this man, he drops name Matlala through, obviously we heard him through witness number C. He drops name, Abo General Khan are there, Abo General Sibiya are there, Abo Mchunu are there, Abo Brown Mokhotsi are there, but Brown Mokhotsi, I wouldn't count him that much, especially in the sensitive, when you're looking at the people that when you hear their names being dropped in this manner, you kind of feel like, oh, but I didn't expect this one. Oh, Chico. The likes of General Sibiya, you wouldn't have expected him to be part and parcel of those people. The likes of Senzo Mchunu, you wouldn't have expected him. The likes of General Khan, you wouldn't have expected him. But you learn that there was a relationship. They benefited financially from Matlala. And Matlala, when he speaks, he tells you, and I hope and I wish that Matlala will continue to do this, will continue to speak, because clearly, if Matlala can speak like he is doing now, clearly we will learn a lot, and clearly we're gonna be shocked, and clearly there's gonna be something that is going to there's going to be something that is going to make others lose their jobs. And I think wherever they are hoping and wishing that Matlala doesn't get the opportunity to speak, because if he can open his mouth, like now, I want you to listen to the video Matlala, where he confirms that he gave General Sibiya 20 impalas, right? 20 impalas. And Abu General Sibiya, they are saying, they don't know Ket Matlala, they never met Ket Matlala, they're just shocked about, or they are just shocked of what Ket Matlala is saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is denying Ket Matlala, but Ket Matlala just dropped these files. Here.
Thank you. Of the other things that he indicated that General Sibiya benefited from him is that he had given General Sibiya a total of 20 impalas for his plot. And unfortunately, all of the 20 impalas died. Though he didn't specify as to for which plot and how did the impalas die. I still recall when I jokingly made a remark to say that maybe the impalas didn't like General Sibiya, and then we just laughed about it. Thank you.
For completion's sake, Witness C, the reference to impalas there, is that a reference to the antelope that lives in the wild?
Yeah, that is correct, yes.
Correct. And where you say in your statement he gave General Sibiya 20 impalas for his plot, that is a reference to a plot belonging to or occupied by General Sibiya. Is that so?
Commissioners, on that, it didn't specify as to whether it is for the new plot that he had bought, that General Sibiya had bought, or the plot where General Sibiya resides as in now.
But that it was General Sibiya's plot. Is that your evidence?
Yes, my evidence is that it was General Sibiya's plot, but he didn't specify as to which of the plots.
Okay, now you move right from there. Ne? You then go to this one. A very interesting story again. Ovusmus Ket Matlala tells us that I gave General Sibiya an amount of 500,000 in cash. 500,000 in cash. And when you listen to the description of how General Sibiya receives money, I almost say something, but I will say it one day, not now. But number one rule when you're dealing with Sibiya, according to witness C, as he heard from Matlala, is that General Sibiya doesn't take cash. It doesn't want money to be transferred in banks. No, cash only. You deliver the cash, and you don't deliver the cash inside his house. He will wait for you when you enter the estate. He waits for you. You give him the cash. You made a U-turn. He watches you leaving. Then he goes back to his house. And I'm saying to myself, no wonder General Sibiya in his last press conference was unsettled by the fact that there were police searching his house. He never thought that police would do that, huh? I wonder if they have searched all of his house. What do you think they would have found in his house? Just think about it. What do you think they would have found from his house? Let me ask that question. What do you think they would have found from his house? Hey, let's go to the issue of 500,000 that was given. Before I play this video, I want to remind you of this. Do you remember that General Sibiya is currently being charged for misconduct? His hearing, from what I know, it was supposed to run from Monday this week until the Friday, the 31st of the current month, October. So part of the things that is charged for is dishonest or misbehavior. And now when the likes of Matlala says, I bribed you or I gave you money, and you know that as a person who is working for government, you shouldn't be accepting these monies. This is what finishes General Sibiya. If it can be proven, his career is done. If Matlala can produce proof that, okay, here's a proof that I gave you this money. Like they asked today, we commissioned to say, can't we get maybe CCTV of something or of some sort? If anything of any evidence can be given, or if it can be proven that General Sibiya indeed received some of this amount, even if it's just once off, the career of General Sibiya is done and dusted as a police officer. If all these allegations are proven as the truth, the career is done. Forget about the career, down to the drain. Because you're not allowed to accept monies as a public servant. With that being said, listen to the video of 500,000 here.
Yeah, his statement was that now since that Mr. Msibi is no more, please take care of me and I will take care of you in return. And for that, Commissioners, Mr. Matlala indicated that he understood that when General Sibiya asked him to take care of him, he meant that he should take care of him financially or to support him financially. So from there going forward, Mr. Matlala would give payments to Lieutenant General Sibiya, payments for around 500,000 at a time.
Did you, at the time or later, ask for proof of this? If not you, did anyone else at a later stage ask for proof of this? The payments to General Sibiya of amounts of around 500,000 rand at a time.
Thank you, Commissioners. We asked him as to how does he make payments to General Sibiya, and he informed us that General Sibiya doesn't accept electronic transfers, but he prefers cash. So therefore, there wouldn't be a proof of payment to him.
So when you listen to the story of how he got arrested, there are a few things that kind of make you feel like, when I said that Matlala was tired. This guy was literally tired. He was tired of the company he kept. He was tired of being asked monies. It makes sense in one of the screenshots that was shared, where Matlala was like, every time when you talk to me, it's about money. It makes sense now. Why I'm saying it makes sense? Because the next slide or the next audio that I want to insert is an audio of this witness. He says, when we arrested Matlala, the first thing that Matlala said was like, guys, let's sit down and talk. Ordinarily, you don't want to sit down and talk with police. Obviously, he says that he wanted to listen because maybe he thought maybe Matlala will talk about Boshong. But Matlala spoke with police. In my mind, I'm thinking to myself, what was he trying to do? He drops name that on the day when he got arrested, he was from Ria Piecha. Ria Piecha is a former police commissioner. He tells them how he knows Sibiya. He tells them how he knows General Khan. He tells them how he knows the minister. Like, he drops name and said, this one, I've done this for this one. Like, he drops name. All of these things that he's dropping is giving proof or evidence. Okay, obviously he's saying, for instance, he will say, I know Bongan. Because Bongan, I once paid his rent. I make an example. This is, look, I sent him this amount of money, and this is the day, and this is how I sent him the amount of money. All of these things. I want you to ask yourself a question before I play you this video. I want you to ask yourself this question. When Matlala, normally when these people get arrested, you will hardly hear a person saying, let's sit down and talk and let's have a conversation. So in this case, that is what happened. The question is, why did it happen that way? What was it that that was eating up Matlala? It goes back to what I say. Matlala was tired. Matlala was literally tired. He was like, I'm in a cartel. I'm surrounded by snakes, left, right, and center. All that they want to do. They just want to take. but they are offering nothing in return. They are not protecting me. Look, today I'm arrested. Well, it's not what I say. But listen to this following video. Based on my understanding, that is where Matlala was coming from. He did not, or he have lost complete trust from the circle that he kept. From the minister to the deputy commissioner to everybody has lost trust. That's my interpretation. Listen to this.
Matlala was arrested as per Santon case 436 of 10/2023, which is an attempted murder case. Now, our reason for taking him to the to Boksburg police station was to detain him for that case. But he indicated that he wanted to talk. And yes, indeed, we gave him an ear so that he will talk and we will listen to what he was talking. And also the interest, another interest that I had on my side, commissioners, it was for me, I was hoping actually that he would tell me where Jerry Bushokha was, since Jerry Bushokha even today is still missing. But unfortunately on that part, he didn't tell. So as I said, we couldn't close our ears and avoid listening to those aversions that he was making.
Okay, now let's proceed again. Yeah. Sure. Yabona, the arrest of Ket Matlala. I'm actually wondering if Ket Matlala was to be kept and frustrate him to that extent, just frustrate him. We now know, as a matter of fact, that there is no what is this word? There's no honor among criminals. Criminals don't trust each other. There's no loyalty amongst them. So if you can keep Matlala in prison and allow these people, just give them 6 months, just keep them 6 months before the start of the trial. Allow Matlala to get frustrated. I tell you the truth. If Matlala get frustrated, he will start singing. Believe you me. If Matlala get frustrated enough, Matlala will start singing. Why? Because prior to his arrest, he was already tired. He was tired of, and it makes sense. I once listened to a video or an audio from a Nigerian who was talking to a South African woman. This Nigerian was like, every time we have a conversation to you, money, 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 money. So even if that Nigerian person, I make it as a drug lord, money is not a problem. But they would have a problem to say, you can't just, every time when we speak, it's money, money, I need money, there's an emergency. Others even lie. You talk to them today, 3 days later, it's their birthday. Why? They're expecting you to pop in money. 5 days later or 10 days later, they've got an emergency. Their car are not working. They need you to fill in money. Even the people who make money in an illegal way, they get tired. And basically, I'm not shocked to hear Ket Matlala getting tired to say, you guys are not offering anything in return. All that I'm doing, I'm carrying all of you in my shoulders. All that you do, you just take as many as you can from me. That is one aspect that I said we should learn from these criminals. There is no honor amongst criminals. That is what I've learned. There is no honor, there is no loyalty, there is no trust. Look at this. Matlala then says that he speaks about the wedding, how much he donated. And in all of these things, where Matlala is donating, we don't get to see, how Matlala benefited from them, except when they try to disband the political killing task team. But again, it also explains the proximity between Sibiya and the minister. It just explains that now, as you're looking at this, you're like, I think I understand why these two are close. Sibiya and the Minister of Police, Mchunu. I think I understand why they are close. Nevertheless, I want you to listen to this video where they speak about a wedding. Here.
Mr. Matlala also indicated that there was an instance when General Sibiya's son was getting married, and he was invited to that party thereof. And at that event, he had given General Sibiya an amount of 300,000 in support to of that marriage or a party. At another instance, he indicated that I can rather say it also in the vernac that he used. He said, yeah, General Sibiya, orata mali chelete dama. So meaning that General Sibiya loves money a lot, because the time he went to his office at the national head office of SAPS, whereby he wanted a resolution into the issue of him utilizing the clinic at Pretoria West SAPS Academy, and then General Sibiya instructed him to place the money in the dustbin at his office. It was like he has a bathroom attached to his office.
Now, moving right along. Yeah, we are gonna the Madlanga Commission today. It taught me something that I've never thought I would learn. It showed me something. There's something that I learned in today's proceeding. I'm going to insert our last video. But I want you to think of it this way. Matlala, he speak about, he drops name, right? And not only does he drop names, but he brings some sort of evidence to that. And then, from where I'm seated, it makes perfect sense for Matlala to be angry. Like, guys, come to think of it. From where I'm seated, it makes perfect sense. Because it looks like Matlala would have contributed somewhere around millions just to Sibiya alone, as per the allegations. And then he would have contributed a lot of money to Mchunu himself. And he was yet to contribute, and there was no way out. That's one thing I've learned in this whole thing, that there was no way out. Another thing that I've learned, consider that there's still Brown Mokhot that is also collecting from this man. So, working with criminals, it doesn't produce peace, but rather it gives you more problems, because you need to be loyal to them. Failure to which they will expose you. It's not what I say. I'm saying it's my opinion, allegedly. Take everything that I said that has not yet been proven with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly. But what I'm trying to say, in all honesty, is that it is true. You know, I learned that thing. It is true. There's no honor among criminals. There's no respect among criminals. There's no loyalty among criminals. They will pretend as if they are loyal, so long as they have anything to gain from you. Listen to this video here.
Is the entitled General Shibiri. I am going to ask you to tell the Commission what Mr. Matlala told you with reference to paragraph 116.
Thank you, Commissioners. General Abednego Shibiri is a Major General in the South African Police Services, attached to the National Organized Crime Unit, working under the command of Lieutenant General Sibiya. He was also close to General Shibiri, as also in the first encounter with him, he had indicated that when he was doing the name dropping, he dropped also the name of General Shibiri to say that he was close to General Shibiri. So now, at this point now in May 2025, that is when Mr. Matlala indicated that he had, General Shibiri was celebrating his post-promotion, and for the party or the celebration thereof, he had given an amount of 80,000 to General Shibiri through a company called Black AK Trading. Then he further indicated that he had, General Shibiri wasn't happy with an EFT or electronic fund transfer to this Black AK Trading, with which they say the money was also transferred back to his Mr. Matlala's account, and that the same amount of 80,000 was then given to General Shibiri in a form of cash.
Ms. Motlasedi, I think you'll recall that in relation to other payments, Chair asked if there is paper trail. In relation to this one, I believe witness X gave evidence and also proof of those payments. I just wanted to place that on the record.
That's indeed correct, Commissioner.
In conclusion, I want you to ask yourself a question. Oh, we can't conclude. We can't conclude. I think the video from General Sibiya, from General Mchunu, it sums up this thing. Remember I said, oh, this guy was tired. Matlala was tired, right? Remember I said that. So when you look at everything that transpired today, you then get a sense that, but when there is a relationship between a police and a criminal, that relationship will result in compromise. There's going to be a compromise. And the person that is most likely to compromise more is the police officer. That is what I've learned, or that is at least what I'm learning from this. Should these allegations be proven as the truth? But I want to conclude. Now, before I conclude, I'm going to insert the video. Give me your perspective. Tell me what you have learned about about this behavior nje yabo bonke abantu la, everybody who is involved in this whole mess, this whole web. Tell me, what have you learned? I've already expressed myself in terms of the lessons that I've drawn. Maybe I should include this. When you take from a criminal, you must know that a criminal will keep evidence of what you took from them, in case you want to think that you are smart. And I want to repeat these words. When you take anything from a criminal will keep record of everything, in case you want to act smart. That is what I've learned. But listen to Mkhwana's here.
The Minister of Police invited and facilitated the peace talk between myself, the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, and the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Sibiya, in his office, in his house, State House, official residence in Pretoria. The purpose of the invitation was to try and create peace between myself and the Deputy National Commissioner. It was unprecedented. I've never seen in my life. The National Commissioner was present, but he just kept quiet because it was not his meeting. The Minister of Police felt that he must make me and General Sibiya to find peace. Surely, there can never be peace between a criminal and the police officer.